Hey Tommy, once again here on another episode of Research the Spike ATL by FILA Sports Podcast. First of all, I want to give a thank you to everybody that was a part of the giveaway that I had on Twitter. I already actually got that sent out. I'm just waiting for the person that got that. Fernando, I believe it was. He already I already sent him the message and everything. So shout out to him that ended up winning that. And like I said, be on the lookout because soon we're also going to be giving away more stuff. So, Tommy, uh, this week, it's been, it's been good, on the Atlanta United side. First of all, on the Orlando side, what do you think? What are your thoughts on that game? What do you think that,
Fernando
was the
rhymes with Orlando. My stupid thing for the day.
Yeah, that does, yeah. But
What a
for real,
game.
like it
What
was
a
a good
game that
game
was.
overall, yeah.
I went into that game thinking the worst. You saw Orlando start pretty much their best line. I mean, they had a few guys out, but it was probably one of their stronger lineups because I don't know if you noticed this, but like it usually seems like, especially when Orlando plays in Atlanta, Nani doesn't start. He usually comes off the bench, and I thought that was interesting. You figure two rivals, you don't want to bench one of your best players, but it seems like the last two times, and maybe it's just because Atlanta's been garbage for the past couple seasons, and they didn't see them as a threat. But it was interesting to see that they started a really good lineup, and Atlanta, I mean, controlled the game almost the entire time. I mean, there was only maybe once or twice where I was worried that they even had a scoring chance. But besides those couple chances, Atlanta controlled the entire game.
Yeah, it really was like overall defensively, we saw George Campbell coming in into the starting lineup, he looked really solid, even after picking up a yellow card, like halfway through the first half, he was pretty solid and consistent through the rest of the game. I feel like overall he had a solid game. We even saw him getting his first goal, which he dedicated to his mom. So I mean, that was a huge thing for him, for Atlanta, obviously, and we're just waiting to see, his development. Hopefully if Miles does end up moving, I see definitely him stepping up and being that starter in that role without a doubt.
I mean, he's bigger than Miles. He's a bigger
Yeah, man.
guy,
For 20
bigger
years old,
build.
man, he's big. He's big and he's fast. I mean, you wouldn't think that he'll move like that or he's that quick, but he's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's exciting to see his development. I know when we talked to Doug, he talked about not Doug, Jason
Jason.
about it. He talked about Campbell as well and how he was probably the next guy up, and he's just been overly impressive every time he's come in, and he's played quite a few different positions. I think he's even played midfield, late at games. So seeing him come in and basically not miss a beat without Miles. I mean, I didn't notice Miles gone in that game at all. Franco had another good game. Walks played extremely well. Overall, it was just it was a team effort, and oh man, Luis,
Hey man,
Luis
he's
got to
picking
go
up
in.
soon, man.
Oh,
He's getting super close, man. That first shot was like right to the upper 90, man. It was so freaking close to where you would think, like, man, I really like he had another opportunity right after that, I believe, like a couple minutes after too, where like I think it was like a right-footed shot, and I mean it was just wide of the post. I mean, he's getting pretty good chances, like he's getting clear chances. It's just a matter of him like being able to put it in the back of the net. Same with
he's an
Joseph, man.
even
So
highlight
where
reel. He,
yeah, yeah, man. He's really like, man, he's really what Atlanta really needed, honestly. Like he's that type of player that, is gonna break through like, that deadlock. He can really dribble through, multiple players, even, at once, to what he sees, to what you see with the skill that he has on, with his feet. I mean, it's ridiculous.
yeah, it was just so much fun. It's so much fun to watch him, and you look at the highlights that Atlanta United posts on their Twitter page. It always starts with him. There's like four different things that he does. None of them are score goals, but they're fun things.
Yeah.
So it's when he scores that first goal, I hope it is not on the road. I said this with Joseph earlier in the season, his first goal back, it had to be at home. Well, here I'm saying his first goal needs to be here because it's going to have to be an amazing goal. He's trying so hard to get these goals, and he's shooting from places that probably a lot of players wouldn't, and they're getting close. So I don't
This is
know, future
actually
MVP here. You're
Hey,
getting a
hey,
little
man. No, no, no,
overboard.
no. Look. The reason why I'm saying this is because, seriously, man, like, he's confident, and when a player has confidence, man, that's, that's something, more than, that adds to him, basically, because, I read something that whenever he was coming into the league, he said that he wanted to show the MLS, who Luis Araujo is. And, I feel like, that shows somebody that's got a personality, like a big, not a big temper, but, a big personality. And he's showing that on the field, man. It's just a matter of like I said, of being able to put it in the back of the net. But he's showing, man, that he's got that Europe level, honestly.
Yeah, he's something. I've never really considered getting another player's jersey besides Joseph. I think I've got like every jersey of Joseph's, and I told my wife the other day, I go, that's my jersey next season. I've fallen in love with this guy. Like he's just so good. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this, and it's going to be exciting the next couple weeks, especially with all these home games, and then even beyond the home games, just so many big games. Every team you're playing besides tonight is either a team that's right there with you or right above you. So they're all
Man, that
6 point
that last
games.
game, I don't know if you were keeping up with it, the Miami and Toronto game. Man, that was a crazy game, man. To where, the result that should have happened didn't end up showing in the scoreboard, and it was kind of. I mean, that's how soccer is. That's how it is. That's how the sport is. But I mean, you look at it, and I mean, Miami jumped all the way to fifth place, with that, and they were below us. And now, if we win, we're, being have the ability to go all the way to fifth place, if I'm not mistaken, depending on I don't know if it depends on the DC results from tonight.
Um, yeah, they're above us. So if they win, they'll still be above. But yeah, I mean it's a great opportunity to be able to get this. But I mean, if you get 9 points in basically a span of 8 days, that's impressive. Um,
Yeah.
it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. I mean, tonight you have to win. There's no doubt about it. You don't win tonight, it's real bad. But
Yeah, I mean, you
um,
look. I mean, Cincinnati is really not. I mean, the only two players that I see from Cincinnati really being a threat, and that's if they have space is Brenner, their forward, and Lucho Acosta.
good
Which
news,
I mean,
Acosta is on the bench tonight.
oh, is he? The lineups come out already or what?
It did, and they've got quite a few of their main starters. Kubo, the good Kubo, not our Kubo. He's on the bench too. So there's they've got they're rotating,
Huh.
which is fantastic for us. So
Yeah.
um, we're getting back to the old days where teams come in and just bench their guys because they know they can't win, which is a great thing. But yeah, I mean, for Atlanta, they don't have the ability to bench guys, but we also have a deep team right now, which is something you didn't think we were really going to say. Like interesting tonight, Bellows not playing. Bellows on the bench to start.
What?
Uh, so I mean, that's surprising. But you got Guzan in the back tonight, Campbell, Robinson, Franco. Reward Campbell for his great play. I like that he's staying in. Lennon, Josetto, Moreno, Barco, Araujo, and Martinez. Like it's a solid lineup.
So no Moreno?
No, I said Moreno. Moreno's in. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay,
in there.
okay. I don't know for.
Um, yeah, so it's exciting. One of the interesting things here is that I don't see walks, like even on the bench.
Huh. Trying to think
So
of the
yeah, I don't know what
injury.
that's about. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe they're just resting him.
Is there no Setters is not on the bench either, or a bar for Atlanta?
Uh, no Sadage. I don't know. I don't think he was on the bench last week, was he?
No, I
I don't
don't
think he was
even
on the
think he
bench.
was there last week.
No, no.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's weird that they're not starting Bello. I mean, hmm.
yeah. It's okay. I think that every guy needs a rest, and he came in. He played what 25 minutes for the USA, 35 minutes maybe ish
Yeah,
on Wednesday, and then played on Friday. Played, I think the whole game. Yeah, he did play the whole game. So now you've got him resting, and Saturday's a big game. DC's no joke. Um,
yeah.
that's going to be this a much bigger game than tonight. So I think that hopefully here, and something that upset me a little bit about the last game is that we were up by 2 at that point, and we didn't you know put some guys on the bench. Aruju was just getting hacked at left and right. Hopefully he's not the new Barco where everybody just goes after his legs. So
Hopefully,
yeah, right. So yeah, it's
yeah.
what's up?
I'm not
You
looking
I
at
don't
the
even know how to
lineup
say
right
that
now.
guy's name. Something
I
Knight.
I just found the lineup. I was trying to look it up, but I just found it. Hmm.
But yeah, this week is going to be a huge turner for everybody, which sets up for an even bigger week. I think what next week there's just one game, and it's the following Saturday, and that is against Philadelphia, I think.
Yeah, yeah, up at
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
yeah. So that's a big game too. I haven't really been paying too much to Philadelphia, but how is that? How is the mighty fallen? They started off really good, and then all of a sudden I looked, and they're just in the middle of the pack. I know they're in Champions League still, but they're
They're
performing. I mean,
really, I mean, they're that type of team that, I mean, I feel like they're not consistent enough, honestly, even I mean, you look at Atlanta, they just haven't really been consistent either, man. Like how, many of us have been saying there have been way too many ties. There's been games where we had two goal leads and we just ended up giving it away. So it's a matter of inconsistency, in that part. In Philadelphia, you look at it, they had a good game against Atlanta. They were able to put it in the back of the net in that champions in the CONCACAF Champions League.
that was old
And
Atlanta. You can't talk that. That was the consistently bad Atlanta. We don't talk about
yeah,
anything
but yet
before
again,
that.
you look. I don't remember which game it was. If it was the home or away one, where
It
Atlanta
was the home
actually
one.
played really good and like they played great, man. It was like one of the best games they had this season. But
No, the
yet
best
again,
half that they had. You got to change that to the
yeah,
best
yeah, the
half.
second half, yeah, they kind of slacked off, but it was really, they were able to put it in the back of the net. Now they're behind against Club America. I don't see them honestly going to the next round, to the semifinals.
No, but more
So
games for them, which is the better. Keep them playing so
yeah.
that they have to
I
play.
mean, when do they play? If I'm not mistaken, is this today or tomorrow? That's when Philadelphia plays, because
I think
they've
so.
been announcing it. Yeah, so I
No,
mean,
it's actually tonight. Tonight.
yeah, so
So 9 o'clock. So I mean they're I looked at it. We have the same amount of rest going into our game with them next week, but that's one of the rare road games that we have left for the year. So
the ones that are going to be crucial, man, I feel like is Miami, man. Miami's been picking up a lot of momentum, and we still got 2 games left against them too. So they're going
and
to
they've been
be
sloppy.
someone.
They've not been good. Like you watch these games, they have not been overly impressive, but
No.
they've been winning
Mm-hmm.
some games where
Yeah.
we've been overly impressive. And then I don't know. It's MLS. It's goofy. Um, you know, I think
Yeah.
we've learned from teams like Seattle throughout the past couple of years. It's whoever's hot in November, right? It's whoever's going into the playoffs, that the hottest usually end up winning.
Hey man,
Since it
it's
turned to
really
one
been like
game.
that. It really has been like that, man. Even I mean, you look at today, yesterday. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Champions League, man. Manchester United losing to young boys, to like a last minute, like seriously last minute goal.
I, yeah,
And
I'm
today, PSG, with Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Keylor Navas. I mean, yet again, they tied, against some team that, like only like half of the people that watch soccer really know about, know who they are. So, I mean, and no shame to that, but it's PSG. They have like one of the best teams and the probably the best team in the world right now. But yet again, they can't put a convincing win. So that's how really soccer is, man. Like it's crazy. It really does come down until like what you actually do on the field. Like that's what really speaks.
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing back bad memories from yesterday, jerk. But yeah, it was
Uh,
the red card was stupid, but we won't even get into that. But
it was a lot.
it was stupid by him, not stupid on the ref, stupid on him. But anyways, yeah, this is it's exciting again. This is the most excited I've been, for games. It was almost like every week it's like, all right, I guess I'm gonna watch it, put the TV on and check it out and see if we blow
Yeah,
it. But now it's like, give me another one, give me another one. Oh, we got 2 games this week, sweet. I'm ready for it.
yeah.
Cancel
Yeah, it's
plans,
really
but
is,
make
and
sure to
and
watch it.
that's the thing, man. Like that last game, like you just played so good. Like you were just so dominant. Like really, like 80% of the whole 90 minutes, basically for like 70-75 minutes. You feel like Atlanta had control of, you know, defensively what they were doing. They were well placed, in the areas that that they should be, and offensively, Barco, Moreno, and Araujo, they were having just fun out there, man.
Yeah. The question, that the only thing we got to keep looking at is Barco was what? He had goal of the week. He was on the team of the week. I
Yeah,
think he
he's
was
been
player
on
of
the
the
team
week.
of the week for like for the last couple of weeks recently.
Yeah, so he's just getting better. Um, so this is the perfect timing because there's probably, I don't know what his contract status is right now, but it's something that you got. What's up, King's Realm? But something we got to look at here is what's the future? What's the future of him? Like if we still, I would assume at this point that there's still a little bit left on his contract, and if there's still time left on his contract, you have to sell him. Stock's high on this guy right now, so you're going to have to move him if so. But I don't know. It's good for everybody. It's good because we're winning. It's good because he's scoring, and it's good for possibly sell-on value.
I really don't see Atlanta, losing, money on Barco. I really don't, especially
Now,
if he keeps on going like this, like we say, he's definitely not gonna lose. Atlanta's not gonna lose. I mean, and who knows where he ends up playing? He may end up being teammates over there with PT Martinez or something. So,
no, he's gonna go somewhere. If he's playing like this, he's gonna end up going to a better place than that.
yeah,
Nothing against you, Saudi, but probably gonna go to someplace a little bit nicer.
yeah.
But yeah, it should be. This is the perfect time because if we have the opportunity to sell him still, which I hope that we do, then let's make some cash on him, and then talk is still that bring Mata, right? So it's a perfect fill-in for it.
Yeah.
So, and the last thing I was going to bring up was just go to these Instagram pictures and Twitter pictures and Facebook pictures or whatever that Elena is posting. These guys are
Mhm.
smiling like crazy. I've never seen this team look like they're having fun in a long time. Like this team, and I've always been about positive environments, but they didn't look like they were having fun earlier in the year. And I know winning brings fun, but they're just they just look like they're having a good time. And and with
No, I
Rob, it
have.
looked like they were having better, but now it's even more than that. I think we saw Pineda practicing with them. Like I saw a video of him
Yeah,
like practicing with the team.
they did like little pickup games like after practice. Like I think they split it up in like into two halves or something like that, and they just started doing like pickup after practice. But yeah, even like you say, the pictures that they post on social media. Yeah, I saw one where it was like basically like all the South of Americans. I believe the only one that wasn't there was Sosa, but everybody else was there. They were like out grilling. I don't remember it was Sunday or Monday, but yeah, one of those days. And I mean, yeah, like you said, they're starting to have that camaraderie, as a team, outside as well. And hopefully that's able to help them, in the field, able to translate that into the field.
When do we start talking about the team being an MLS champion contender? Because I think we could talk about that soon, right? I think we're getting there. You get in the playoffs
Yeah.
and you get one home game. What was it a couple years? The year after they won MLS Cup. I don't think they were the second seed.
Yeah, it was the
Maybe they were
2019. Yeah, we were the second seed.
okay. So we were that high. All right, but yeah, they ended up. If they would have won that game, they would have hosted. So they just got to get as many points as they can right now, and with the easiest schedule left in the league, this is we can start talking about it. I mean, if they're healthy, and every team that I enjoy gets terrible injuries, so I'm just assuming
That's
that something
something.
bad's going to happen.
That's something that I was talking with somebody earlier too, with Tony here from Charleston too. That we were talking about like how the injuries have been like a huge problem since last year. I mean, first you get Joseph, getting injured, and then this season you have like guys, getting injuries, and that whole COVID thing and everything. I mean, we haven't really had players, this year itself, had many like COVID outbreaks or anything that we know of, but I mean that's been kept under control. But other than that, injuries, we see Hyman out, Ibarra out, Mulroney was out. Who else
Those are
has been
minor
out for
injuries,
injury?
but Barco's been the healthiest he's been in
Yeah, I mean
God knows
he's actually been
forever.
pretty healthy. Yeah, I mean he was gone though for a good like 5 games if I'm not mistaken or something like that at the beginning of the season. But yeah, I mean, other than that, he's been tearing it up these last 2 months.
Yeah, since he's come back from the Olympics, he's just
Yeah.
been on fire, which is fantastic for this club because keep him healthy for everything. We go in with our top four offensive weapons going in there, and then I'll even count Mulroney because Mulroney still causes a lot of trouble out there with his
Mm-hmm.
speed coming in. It's interesting to see what he brings because he's good and he's good in the box. Doesn't force a lot of penalties, but he's there and he's not afraid to run into the box. So he's going to be big going out for the next month. Question I asked some other Land United fans, another chat I'm in. What is the over under for Jurgen Damm? You ready? Will he play more than 10 minutes for the rest of the season or less than 10 minutes?
I say less, man. Honestly, I don't see it. I mean, he didn't even play last week, man. And like, I would have hoped that, he would have gotten some minutes, after being up 3-0, 2-0. So I don't know, man. I really don't see him having a future here at all either, man.
No, we've talked about it every week. He's the buyout option in the off season, 100%. If he still even has anything left on his contract, but yeah, I used to get so excited because in FIFA he's the king. Like you put him on in like the 70th minute. I don't care who you could be putting him against, PSG right now, and he'll still fly by everybody and score goals in FIFA. But in ML and real world and MLS, He's hot garbage right now.
Yeah, he really, I mean, even when he had the opportunity in the beginning of the season, man, he missed like clear chances. I mean, all really, I mean, and I'm not throwing any shade at him or anything, but I mean, you got to be serious. I mean, he's got the speed, but he just doesn't have like, the ability. I mean, he doesn't even have a good cross, honestly, man. Man can't even cross a good ball like 2/3 of the time, so it's the same thing with Kubo, but I mean, like, I feel like he messes even more, like, than 2/3 of the
Don't
time.
talk about
It's
him. Unless we're up 3-0, don't talk
man,
about
I was
Kubo
surprised
coming
they
in.
put him in the other day against Orlando. I was like, man, like we always do like somewhat bad after he comes. Not somewhat, but we do bad after he comes in all the time. Like it's always like that. I don't know why. It's like they put
Wasn't
him
the
in there
plan
and
for
like,
Kubo to
huh?
not play? Like I thought the plan was for Kubo was to have him with Atlanta United too for most of the year and have him like coaching them, which scares the hell out of me. That he would be somebody that would be able to give any coaching advice to any of these guys with anything. But I thought that was the plan, and he's in the lineup every week. I mean, I guess we don't, Conway's hasn't been what we thought. So that's obviously a problem. But we need I don't know if we need it, but you know, for the sake of resting people on occasion, I do think that you need to next season get a very strong backup for Joseph, so it doesn't feel like he's got to play every single minute.
Yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean,
Conway's not even. I looking right now. Conway's not even in the lineup. I mean, Wolf Torres, Lopez, Chol, Dom. I mean, those are the attackers that we have. So Conway's going back to the twos, and I saw him play maybe 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. He played with the twos.
yeah, he must be playing tonight most likely because they're playing Charleston Battery, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're at home too, so it should
Yeah, it's
be
in Atlanta.
interesting to
Yeah.
see. But yeah, I mean, you got to find something. It'd be nice if one of these young kids can take the spot. It's cheaper, and you don't have to spend money.
Yeah, you
We
would have
look at
thought that
squad.
Chol, he's a big guy, man. You would have thought that he's somebody that was gonna come and have good minutes, but he just hasn't, I don't know, adapted, I guess, to the team, or I don't know, but he really has been, kind of, he hasn't really produced like you would have thought that he would. We had other guys, come in, same age or same type of players, and they deliver.
Well, remember he got hurt early in the season too. Like he started, I think he started, or maybe I think he did start against Orlando, and then after that, he got hurt, and so he was out for a little bit. But new coaching staff, anything's on the table now. So hopefully, they can find things. When you have a real off season with these guys, that's when you're seeing a lot of improvement. But man, if you could start spending this money more efficiently all around,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a huge thing for the squad for next year. But we got this year left, and it's still a very deep squad. I mean, you don't have Walks and you don't have Bello in the lineup,
Yeah,
and
no
it still looks
Sosa.
good. No
Yeah.
Sosa. Yeah, I forgot that he's suspended. Better for Sosa to get suspended. Sometimes you
Yeah,
see
this
guys
game.
almost
Yeah.
take a yellow to purposely do that to get out. I
Mm-hmm.
remember Zlatan. It was the day before they were supposed to play Atlanta United, and he got a yellow, and it was the most obvious yellow that you've like ever seen. Like it was purposely. He did not want to play on the turf in Atlanta, and which gotta upset people that people were bought tickets that game to see
Mm-hmm.
Zlatan.
Yeah.
And yeah, he purposely took a yellow. He like just kicked some dude like with the ball wasn't even around just to get the yellow so that he didn't have to fly all the way out to Atlanta. So yeah, I mean, if anything, I know it wasn't purposely for Sosa on that occasion, but this is probably best case scenario. And I think Franco might also be another one that might be on yellow card, close to a yellow card accumulation. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. They were the only two, if I'm not mistaken, that were on the yellow card suspension list. If they had one more, I believe.
Yeah, and we don't have Hernandez. I know he hasn't really done much except he scored that one nice goal against Cincinnati last time. I think he's in COVID protocol right now, so
Yeah.
um, you got three big guys that just aren't even in the lineup right now. Four, I mean, really four, but um, it just shows that when this team gets healthy, how deep they could be. For going into a big game towards the end.
There's still a long road, man.
The season's too long. It feels like it's too long right now.
Yeah. I mean, we start what in March? No, sometime late in February, and then sometimes in March, first week of
We
March,
started in April this
all the
year,
way
so
until the first week. Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, this year, yeah, because of the whole COVID thing. But man, all the way until the first week of December, that's a long season. That's a long season.
yeah, it should be. That I think I'm definitely going to end up going to the decision day in Cincinnati. No matter what happens here, I think it's going to be a big game for the squad.
Yeah,
They're
last
gonna,
game of the season, man. I already got the tickets for that October 30th game. I mean, I know that's supposed to be the last game of the regular season. Hopefully, we already know that we're in the playoffs by that time, and we don't have to rely on any other results that have to go in our favor.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
main thing, not having to rely on other results, when it comes down to the final stretch.
you're going to need some help, but the good news is a lot of these other teams that need wins are playing the other team that needs wins.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's a good thing. So I think there's like a couple of games tonight that like it's Montreal and Orlando. I mean,
Yeah.
you almost kind of got to think that you're rooting for Orlando.
Orlando. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chicago is pretty much out of it. They're playing DC. I didn't realize,
Yeah, but you're still pulling for Chicago. You don't want DC to win.
Yeah.
I'm pulling definitely for Chicago. I don't. But then yet again, DC will come in here. Definitely. Looking for those 3 points. This weekend, Saturday.
Yeah, Red Bulls and Miami's on Friday night on Fox, and that's gonna be a big game. Because the Red Bulls look like they're down. They're not going to make the playoffs for sure. But they've still. I mean, I guess they've caught up. They have caught up. They've only one game down from Atlanta, but it's going to take them a little bit while to catch up. But then they're 7 points out. So yeah, never mind. Just ignore me. But what's your predictions? Oh, Atlanta.
For tonight, man. Out. For tonight, I see a 3-1, man. 3-1. I see us picking up goals again.
Okay. I'm gonna outdo you and say 5-0.
Dang, you feeling real confident today,
I've had a bad day. I need 5 goals. That's been a rough one. So
no, it would be a good day if Atlanta's able to pull a 5. Well, I'll take them. Like I said, 3. I want goals, and then yet again, I don't want Atlanta, to have to suffer defensively. You just want them to have a solid performance like they did against Orlando. But it's kind of hard to have back to back, performances like that. But we'll see what happens tonight. It looks like we got, what I feel like we got to start playing Fridays again, man. We got all these fans out here coming out, these special fans, that you don't know who it is until you Google them, and then stuff pops up that you don't know about, or that you're like, what the heck? I don't know if you found out about the young lady that was there at the game that this kid posted a TikTok about.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who that is because I
didn't know who it was. I had to look it up. I actually sent it to my friends in a group chat. I said, does anybody know who this is? And then my one buddy automatically knew who it was. And I said, of course you know who that is. But yeah, kids taking a picture with an adult star. That was
man,
amazing.
And I mean, he's a teenager, so I mean, he looked younger than what he was. I mean, then they ended up posting he was 16, 17 years old or something like that. But I mean, he looked way younger than that. So that's why you're like, how did this kid know about this stuff? I would see her honestly, and I don't know who she is. Seriously, I legit don't know until I Googled it too, and I'm like, why the heck does this person got 17 million views off of this thing? That's how much views that thing had.
You know now.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. We're starting to have like all these like, you know, fans out here. We got Kanye out here like a couple months ago. We had what Ric Flair, man. Like seriously, man, Atlanta's like crazy when it comes down to the like celebrity fans that come.
Well, as far as the Falcons go, they're garbage. The Hawks aren't playing right now, and the Braves
The
are doing
Braves
okay.
aren't. Yeah, they're all right. They had a good streak, you
Conway
know.
is starting tonight for the Twos.
That's why he's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Hopefully, man. We're like I said, it's really a big week. Oh, big week. This like 6 points are crucial, honestly, and we just really hope that Atlanta's really able to pull it off, and even a win and a draw would it's just not picking up the most points that you're able to. It's as simple as that. You can have a draw here and there, but losing that's was really gonna make other teams really come up or get above you basically.
So, well, I'm curious. I saw they posted a thing about it raining in Atlanta. Curious if the roof's going to be open, because we talked about this last week. They left the roof open for the Falcons game on Sunday, and I think the roof's been open for like every Atlanta United game for like the past 3 weeks since the mask mandate started in Atlanta. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna they gotta close the roof if it's raining, I assume. But I know
Yeah,
they're
to what I
trying.
heard, yeah, if it was I heard I'm not 100% sure, but to what they said it was gonna be closed. But it really depends. If it is raining, obviously I feel like they'll have it closed, but I don't know. Then they're supposed to be having those FIFA commissioners over Friday, if I'm not mistaken. They're gonna
Yeah, for
be
World
coming
Cup.
to check out, yeah, to see I guess check out the stadium and all around the stadium. I guess so Atlanta has that opportunity to host the World Cup.
I know they're going to Cincinnati too here soon. Just surprised Columbus isn't getting one because they have a new stadium too. But should be interesting to see what cities they pick. But either way, I can't afford it, so it doesn't really matter. After
Man, with
looking
the
at that, we
prices,
talked
with
about
those
the
prices, man,
Mexico
yeah, that's what, man. Those prices are ridiculous, man. Like seriously, just way too freaking high. And I mean, those are the tickets, like the price tickets that are coming out from like Ticketmaster and like all these places that sell it. The resale, man, you know how much the things are gonna be thousands, like seriously thousands. I'm telling you
to
because
the
like
moon.
man, when I went to the Mexico and Honduras game in Atlanta, I mean tickets were like 100 or something, like from Ticketmaster, and there was people reselling them like like around the same area where I was sitting, where I got mines and stuff. Man, they were going like 3 times as much the price, as what they were originally, and they're just I don't know, man. I don't get it. I really don't get that, because you would try to, have a stadium full and not try to overprice a ticket and, just try to see. I don't remember who it was. I think it's the president of Bayern Munich, that he says that, he doesn't see his fans as milking cows, because the ticket prices for the Bayern Munich game are like I think like 20 euros, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it doesn't go above 50 though. I mean, they're cheap, and I mean, we're talking about like one of the top European teams, and their Bayern Munich, is a huge team. So you would think that because they have that demand, they'll try to overprice a ticket, but they still don't.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice to it's just nice to see Atlanta United don't outprice their fans. I know people aren't happy that ticket prices are going up every year, but that's just the world that we live in. I have tickets to a minor league hockey team out here, and tickets go up pretty much every year. So it's just the part of the world. Uh,
Yeah.
leave you with this. Doug Robertson posted Walks has a hamstring strain. Nothing big, but they're just being cautious with it.
Okay.
So hey,
Yeah,
you know
man.
what? That's what you can do when you've got when you got George Campbell out there.
Yeah, definitely, man. And then it's better, to have him down for the final stretch of the season and not risk him, right now in a game where, like you said, you have a good backup like Campbell. So
yeah. Well,
all right,
5-0. 5-0.
I say at least 3, man. At least 3, and I'll be happy. I'll go to sleep happy tonight.
I win your next raffle if it's 5-0. That's what happens. If it's 5-0, I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing.
All right. Hey, for real. Whatever I was going, if it's 5-0, we're gonna go ahead and raffle whatever. I'm gonna raffle something, but I don't know what it is. I got a bunch of like Atlanta United memorabilia, but I'm gonna raffle something. If we win, you know what? If we at least win by 3 goals, I'm gonna go ahead and raffle something by the end of this week.
And if it's 5-0, we'll raffle me off for the night. My wife won't be happy about it, but.
Ooh, all right, man. That sounds like a bet, man. That sounds like a bet.
I watched those videos of that person that you Googled, and I've learned some things. So
I bet a lot of Atlanta United fans have learned a lot of things too, man. I actually went into her Twitter and I saw a lot of them following them already. So following her already. So I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is heading.
All right. Well, hopefully you didn't go to the DMs.
Nah, man. All right, Tommy, man. It was good talking to you, man. We'll be here for the next one.
Oh, this was too much fun.
All right, dude.
See ya.
Thing's taking a bit, Dan.
This is awkward now. This is like the moment where people are just watching, waiting for it to end.
Yeah.